joining me today. Today we are going to pause and reset. I'm calling this a reset because this is honestly the practice I've been doing most recently in the morning. And it's definitely a practice you can do at any point of the day because it's kind of an active resting. So a lot of yin poses, but not traditional yin, because we're not going to hold them for 3 to 5 minutes. We're just holding everything for 1 minute each. And it'll get into all the nooks and crannies of your body. It'll allow you to either chill or slowly wake up. It is one of my favorite things to do. I don't do it enough. This is just 20 minutes. Let's go. All right, so you can take this first pose as far as you would like to. Take your, I'll show you your on the right side first. Tuck the right shin right beside you. The top of the foot is down, toes pointing back. And then you can come back onto your forearms if that feels good. That right knee is pulling towards the center line. If you're anything like me, you love a good quad stretch. Most people aren't anything like me. And then rest here. And just actively still pulling that right knee towards the midline. It wants to flare out. Don't let it do that. And then also energetically, that right knee is trying to make its way towards the front of the mat. So energetically, that's where all the energy is going. It's just really intense in your quads maybe, but very gentle on the hip flexor and the psoas. All right, we're about to switch sides. So planting the right knee down. You can do this from sitting. I like to do this from laying down. Tuck the left shin behind you. And then again, you can stay upright on your forearms or down just like this. Awesome. And so first, getting into our quadricep muscles, seeing what they feel like today. All right, and then into our hips. Let's roll up. Bring your feet together, so bottoms of the feet together, knees out wide. Play with the distance between your hips and your pelvis. Either stay up here or you can fold forward. Something I love to do, especially for this type of practice, is I pull my feet forward and then I reach my forehead towards my feet. I don't know why, but having my feet touch my head makes me so happy. It just feels so soothing. And so the legs out wider like this. Some people refer to it as omega pose instead of butterfly pose. Awesome. Okay, and then let's do a half butterfly pose. So I'll turn to face you, not mirroring you. The right leg goes out to the right, left leg goes in, and then you fold forward any amount. I'm just gonna come onto my forearms. Reason being, there's a cat here biting my wrist. If I go all the way down, she might bite my face. Violet. Apparently I got into her area. There you go. She can be sweet, I swear, but she's also cat. And so this is getting into the right inner thigh. Really good. Really, really good. And we'll get into the outer thighs next after this. I've got to do the other side first though. And you'll see that I'm keeping my toes up. It's up to you if you want to keep your leg this active. I like to make these poses a little more active, but if you want to just relax, you can. Also, walk the hands back slowly. Feet meet together, and then extend the left leg out, and then crawling forward, half butterfly pose. And so these are all really good yin poses as well. We're just not holding it as long as you would in a yin class. And we're also seeing a little bit more active. All right, and so we're about to get up into a downward facing dog. That'll be your next pose. That is my dog. Yep. Coming into our down dog. That's what happens when you film at home. She'll eventually stop. We're holding in our down dog. So really tapping in your center. I used to do my down dogs like this. See how I have a banana back? If you make your core nice and strong, you see that difference? A banana back, strong core. We want to have a nice straight line, and then just allow your head to dangle. It's crazy where in our bodies we hold tension without even knowing. And your heels do not have to reach the mat like mine do. Holding here, finding your steady, and then we're about to do a half pigeon with the right leg. So bring the right knee forward, behind the right wrist. The right shin can be at whatever angle you would like it to be. Crawl the left toes back. You can stay upright, or you can come down. You can bring your elbows to a block. Hi, Sally. We heard you barking. Hello. It's good to see you. That's good. Let's open the door more so you can come in. Welcome. Awesome. This is Sally. Hi. Hey, baby. Go down. Go down. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. All right. So we're holding in this pigeon pose. Feel free to come down more. I'm just really enjoying staying a little upright lately. Just not always going to my furthest extent. Getting lots of dog slobber on me. It's great. It's a great thing about practicing at home, right? You get all these fun, you can call them distractions, or you can call them happy moments. So my left knee just went behind my left wrist. I walked my right leg back, finding my half pigeon pose. Sally has her collar on and she's scratching. That's the jingling that you're hearing. Sally. Thank you. So finding your chill here, even amongst everything that happens in your house and in your life, right? Just finding these little moments of clarity. All right, so if you have blocks, they're going to really help you find a nice mellow fold in what we're doing next. You have 5 more seconds here. I have a timer that I'm looking at. Okay. And swing your right foot forward, coming up, and then we're going to take a forward fold. Want you to bring the blocks to the tallest side, bend the knees, and then bring your forearms, grabbing onto opposite elbows onto the blocks. So maybe here feels really good and really chill. It actually does. But you can just see what it feels like to go a little lower. This one feels good too, actually. And I know that a lot of you think that you're supposed to have super straight legs. You're not. In fact, if you're doing this first thing in the morning, please bend your knees. Even if you have super flexible hamstrings, some of us actually have hypermobile hamstrings. So overstretching them actually doesn't serve them. It doesn't make them stronger. So bend your knees, please. Public service announcement. All right, and then take your blocks again. We're coming into a wide-legged forward fold this time. So you can take your forearms to the block. Or if you'd like, you can see what it feels like to have the crown of your head reach the floor. So whatever feels good here, I can actually reach the floor with my crown of my head, so I didn't feel good. But this feels so good. There we go. And then just resting your head maybe on your forearms. Oh. Excellent. Great. And then from here, let's get a downward dog again, just to recenter. These are all inversions. Anytime our head is below our heart, we are inverted. Pressing into your hands. Oh yeah, cool. Good. All right. And let's get into our legs a little bit more. So holding here, I'm going to prep my blocks to where I need them. There we go. All right. And just like the last time we were in downward dog, we're going to step our right leg forward, but this time our right foot's going to go forward in 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot forward, left knee down. And then from here, your hands are going to come onto blocks. Walk that left knee back slightly. You can pad your knee if you'd like. Untuck the toes. And this is where we are. We are in a low lunge with blocks. So having them a little higher is great. Oh, you'll probably feel this. And if you don't, I feel it. Just feels really good. You feel this mostly in your left hip flexor. It's really waking up those hip flexors. They get really tight when you sit a lot and when you stand a lot. And I'm a teacher, so I'm standing most of the day. I forget to sit, but a lot of people sit all the time. But then when I do have trainings and stuff, all I do is sit. So I'm either standing all day or sitting all day. So my hip flexors like this. All right, so from here, you're gonna straighten your right leg. Your hips are not going to go past that left knee, and you can stay up like this, or you can, let's see what it feels like to bring our forearms down. You can fold down, and we're getting into that right hamstring, squaring the hips, so bringing that right hip back, left hip forward, breathing here. And then of course we have the other side as well. Now we'll take another downward dog in between. They're just so balancing. So you can play with your entire body and engage everything. So I love doing a few downward dogs. Either in the morning or at any time of the day. Bending into that right knee, planting your hands down, downward facing dog. Feel free to wiggle it out or just find your static pose. Breathing here, allowing your neck to dangle. And then when this minute is up, we're going to step our left foot forward. And I say that so that you know what's going on and so that I know what's going on. I am a person that thinks aloud. I always warn people that when I'm really, really quiet, because I am a quiet person, but when I'm silent, it's when you need to worry. I'm like far too much in my head. I'm usually quiet, but I'm usually kind of like talking through things or singing to myself, one of those things. All right, inhale there, left foot comes forward, right knee down, hands on blocks. Finding your low lunge. Ooh. Remember to walk that right knee back slightly, untuck the right toes. This should feel nice. It also shouldn't feel 100% comfortable. You should always be playing with a little bit of discomfort. Discomfort does not equal pain. Discomfort just means you feel something. But also, if you don't feel anything, we don't always have to search for sensation. I'm trying to teach myself that. Don't always have to search for sensation. Breathing here, I know you feel it. 10 more seconds before we go into our half split. And then we have more yummy things to do. All right, coming into our half split, straightening the left leg. Hips do not go past the right knee. And you come forward. Any amount, even if you can go all the way down, why not try not doing that, right? I used to find my identity in all the flexible things I can do, and now I'm really enjoying backing off a little bit. It gives myself room. Enjoying this half split. Okay. And then we're going to allow our legs to drain, and you have an option to have a little bit of engagement. And coming onto your feet, lift your lower back up, place your sacrum, that bony part of your lower back, onto the block and raise your legs up. Awesome. We call this waterfall because the blood flows down your legs like a waterfall. If you want a point of reference and a little bit more of leg engagement, you can place a block in between your thighs and squeeze. Ooh, all right. And so our last part of class, we're going to hold this for a bit. Feel free to get off your block though and grab a strap if you have one. If not, I'll invite you to just take a normal shavasana when I get into this. But you're going to take a strap and I'll show you. You're going to create a loop. I'm doing this as I'm laying down. Yeah, it's fine. I always have all my props right nearby. I love straps. They're not a sign that you're a beginner. And plus we should all have a beginner's mind, right? As soon as we tell ourselves we're not beginners, we're not as open to learning. I find that in myself too. When I feel like I'm advanced, I'm more hesitant, more resistant to being open to learning new things. Okay, so release the block in between your thighs if you have one. Place your feet on the mat. Press your hips up and move the block. And now we're going to take one of my favorite things. I feel like I say that a lot. I have a lot of favorite things because I love yoga. All right, so you're going to take this big strap and you're going to first put it at the balls of your feet, have the little bubble part to the side, and then the other side of the strap is going to go right, I put it like right above my ears, kind of like I'm wearing a pair of glasses. This is brain hammock. In brain hammock, you're just floating. Feel free to close your eyes and enjoy this moment in your brain hammock. We're going to go over the 20 minutes by just a minute, just so you know, so that we can enjoy this brain hammock. how we're ending. All right, now you can release. I first release my head, then I release my feet. So there's no slingshot action. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself one final squeeze here and rock up to a seat. All right, so I hope that you feel reset with all of that chill, active relaxation. It's truly a pause. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope that you have a beautiful day. Thank you.